What is up, everybody? TC here with Smoky Mountain Knife Works, smkw.com, and today we got something really cool for you. So, Victorinox has been around for a really long time making Swiss Army knives, and we've got a pretty special one right here. And you folks know how much I love unboxings and how much we love product presentation, because that really means a lot when you put that much effort into the presentation of a product. This one's going to be cool, so we're going to unbox this one on camera to show you guys what comes with that. It's a really cool knife, and it's got a really cool story behind it. Before we get started, though, if you like this video, smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell so you will know when we drop new videos and show you really cool special edition products like this. Now, without further ado, let's light it up like my esophagus. All right, so this is the Victorinox 125th Anniversary Replica 1897. And they've done an incredible job with this knife, really replicating what we come to know and love from Victorinox. We're going to dive right into this one. We're going to slide the box out. Now here you're going to see 1897 to 2022. This is a magnetic box. We open up the top here, and then you've got some pictures from the original Victorinox factory. Now, Carl Elsener, he originally started this workshop in 1884. In Canton, Swiss, to hopefully bring jobs to that community and bring employment there. And they've done a really cool job presenting this. So, like we saw before, this is a magnetic box, 1897 to 2022. Then we open it up. You've got a little bit of a story right there. And you've got it in Swiss and in English to read right there. Then as you open that up, you've also got kind of a timeline. So they opened the factory in 1884. This particular knife, he created his Swiss officers and sports knife, which is most closely resembles the Spartan of today. If you're looking for something that it's closest to as far as how it's made up and the type of tools that it comes with. But he created that Swiss officers and sports knife in 1897, and that's when the Swiss Army knife was born. And this year, they're celebrating its 125th anniversary with the introduction of this knife. There is a limited number of these knives made. You're only going to be able to get so many of these. Then you open that again, and again, look at that product presentation. So 125 years of Swiss Army knives, a numbered certificate. It's got a little bit of the story on the inside, which is really, really cool. Really dig that. And it's also got the warranty and care instructions right there. And then you've got what they consider the time capsule protecting this knife here. And really well done on the box. Really well done on the case. Open it up. It's also in a canvas sewn knife slip. And we're going to look a little bit closer at the knife itself. So we move the box out of the way there, pull the knife out, and this is a very, very accurate replica of the original 1897 right there. Absolutely beautiful knife. They've done such a good job across the board with it. Now, these handles, these scales, they look much like wood, but they're not. These scales are actually made of vulcanized fiber, and that was a process that back then they made these scales out of because of its durability. Plastic wasn't available in 1897, so they had to come up with different ways to make something that was going to be durable and be able to put through hard use and it not shrink or expand depending on, the weather conditions, whether it got wet, whether it was really hot, really cold. So this vulcanized fiber was a great solution to the issue of putting this knife through its paces in different kinds of extreme conditions, because this was created as a military knife, as a military work knife, and that's what its purpose was. So we get started with it, and of course it's going to have its first main blade right there. Now this one is coming in with the stainless steel. Now at that time, when the 1897 was made, the Swiss officer's knife, they did not use stainless steel. It was not readily available, so they actually used carbon steel back then. This one, they have used stainless steel since about 1921, 1922. I think they put it in their first knives as a test in 1921, and started putting it in production knives in 1922. So this one is actually coming in with the stainless steel on all the tools. At the time, though, they did come with carbon steel because it was impossible to source stainless. And, of course, it's got the Elsinore and Switz Tang stamp on there. As we delve further, this one is going to have an actual clip point as the small blade, which I think is a nice touch. So that's one thing that's a little bit different from the original. Still got the smaller blade, much like the original, but this one's going to be a clip point. So as we move on that same side, we open this up. That's going to be the pry tool screwdriver right there. On the Spartan, this was eventually replaced with a bottle opener with the screwdriver in the end, but the original just had the pry tool / screwdriver right there. And here's one really cool part, and here's where it starts getting really reminiscent of the original. This other tool here is going to be the can opener, and it's not the modern can opener that we're familiar with today. This one's going to be the original style can opener that they put on them back in the 1800s, which is really cool. I think they've done a phenomenal job recreating that, and it really adds to the nostalgia of this knife. As we turn it over and we delve into the other tools included in this, you're going to open up the awl, which is another one, awl and reaming tool right there. And that's another tool right there that they've really done a good job recreating the original. It's a lot different profile than what we typically see or use today. It's a lot thicker, and they've done an incredible job. And then in addition to that, we've also got the corkscrew right here, and that's going to be very reminiscent as well of the original corkscrew that came on these knives. It's kind of difficult to describe, but then also you've got all of your numbers here. So you've got the 1897, and then you've got your actual serial number right there, the number out of however many were made, which there are 9,999 of these made. So that's all there's going to be. This one in particular is number 6,567 right there. So very beautifully done, very beautifully presented. And these are coming in now. I'm not going to lie to you. These are coming in at a hefty price. These are coming in at $500 and or thereabouts. And this is not going to be for everybody. I know that. You know that. But for the collector that is really looking for a piece of Victorinox history, this thing is amazing. They've done an incredible job. And that vulcanized fiber, they've done an amazing job with that. And you have to see it and feel it to understand. And also, that's not a process that is easily made anymore. That's not a process that is easily done anymore, especially with modern manufacturing techniques. So this is an amazing product right here. Really digging that. And again, we've talked about it before. The product presentation really means a lot. And when you go through this kind of trouble to really do a great job in presenting the product and what you've got here, and they have, I think that really means a lot. Especially for something as special as this is. This is going to be a collector's piece. This is going to be something that you're going to want to put up and keep really nice. And they've made it very easy to do that. And I think this is phenomenal. It's really nice to see. And that's kind of what we try to do on a daily basis, is not just bring you all new knives, but we also want to show you the history. Because, I mean... for all intents and purposes, these things are things that have been around for a really long time, and everything that we have today is a version of something that has been created in the past. And I think this is a great tribute to that, folks. Let us know in the comments down below what you think. I think these are really cool. And are they going to be for everybody? No, but for that collector that's looking for a piece of Swiss Army knife history, it doesn't get any better than that right there, I'm here to tell you. So let us know in the comments what you think down below. Thank you for joining us. We really appreciate it. Remember, like, share, comment, subscribe. And remember, if it cuts like an 1897 Swiss Army knife, you betcha we carry it. Oh, that doesn't close that way. It closes that way. I can't. It's like a puzzle box. I can't remember how it goes. Before we get started, though, if you like this video, smash that thumbs up button. Heartburn. Ow. Okay, that's going to be an outtake.
I'm not Swiss, but I can be your champ.
Thank you.
This is not a product placement. This is not antacid.
You just
acids.
real hard.
Thank you. I've only had one cup of coffee. Antacid.
Just glitched so far. Thank you. I wonder who's going to threaten us about the products we carry today.